The more controversial parts of Nocturne, if not the most controversial, is the fact that the Annette we're introduced to is a completely new and different character.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
She's a full departure from the classic character that we know. In Rondo of Blood, Annette was defined almost entirely by her relationship to Richter. She had no combat ability, no real character development, and no active role in the story beyond being someone who needed to be rescued. In contrast, Nocturne introduces an Annette who is a freedom fighter and magic wielder, whose actions impact and shape the direction of the entire story. We see that this new Annette doesn't exist just to flesh out Richter's character anymore. She's important to the story and the show itself. Thematically, this shift is important. The original Annette functioned within a very traditional video game trope, the damsel in distress. Nocturne's Annette breaks out of that box. She has her own personality. She's pissed, rightfully so. Her powers are deeply rooted in her history. This new version also shifts the dynamic between her and Richter. Instead of merely a romantic object, she's a partner who challenges him, holds him accountable, and at times leads the charge. Their relationship is built on mutual struggle and growth that transcends infatuation. From a narrative standpoint, the two Annettes serve completely different functions. That's pretty clear. One is reactive, while the other is proactive, taking power into her own hands. This reinvention reflects a broader trend in media, where legacy characters are being rebuilt to reflect the values and complexity that modern audiences expect. But of course, it was always going to be controversial. People don't always handle change well. Even though Nocturne's Annette is arguably the better, more developed character, the pushback is still there, and honestly, it's to be expected with race swap characters. And while we're talking about change, it's worth pointing out that the classic Annette from the games barely had a defined character to begin with. Her appearance changes across different titles, so in all honesty, there's no true canon version of her. What we do know is minimal. She's Richter's wife, sometimes a sister or mother figure to Maria, and she gets kidnapped because of her connection with Richter and the Belmonts. Almost everything about her, or everything that happens to her, is pretty much tied to Richter. Yes, she can be hard to warm up to, and obviously not everyone is going to like her, but that gives her plenty of room to grow. One of the better arguments presented by viewers who did not like the change is the fact that they could have just introduced Nocturne's Annette as a whole new character instead of changing the classic Annette, since it was pretty much a complete departure. It really does make sense, especially if you consider how much easier it would be for the writers, because they would have the power to do whatever they want with the character, and also wouldn't have to worry about the audience's instinctive pushback. Annette fits into a group of secondary characters whose stories are deeply intertwined with the central conflict of the show, similar to Zuko in Avatar or Sasuke in Naruto.